we're joined here by Brett McIntyre. He's an intern here with us, storm spotter for WHO. Tell us a little bit about what you saw here this afternoon as you followed the storm.
I had followed it all the way from Fort Dodge, actually, and we got to the other side, to the east side of Applington, and that's where they stopped us and said a tornado was on the ground. We continued on to go through and try and catch up to it. It was on the other side of some rain, so we couldn't actually see it, but I think we got into Parkersburg. We came in on the north side of town probably 2 or 3 minutes after it hit, and we kind of drove, and everybody was out in their yards looking around, and then I turned to the south, and you could just see devastation and carnage just everywhere.
20 of the 22 businesses lost that day rebuilt, many in the same spot, as did most residents, and the homes they built are better than ever. Perhaps the most symbolic investment came at Applington Parkersburg High School.
School is just, I mean, there was one classroom where 2 of the 4 walls were just gone. You could walk right in. There was about an inch or 2 of water on the floor, and the clock was stopped at the exact moment it hit at like 4:59. So I mean, it was a pretty telling picture.
In a resilient Parkersburg, Brett McIntyre, Channel 13 News.
We want to start tonight with meteorologist Brett McIntyre following this latest storm system coming through. Brett?
Yeah, and it is starting to move in from the west. Megadoppler S lighting up tonight. Dave, severe weather expected to move into central Iowa and hang around. So right over Kellogg as we speak. The threat for tennis ball size hail. And yeah, this is the bulletin. Tornado emergency for Marshalltown. A confirmed large and destructive tornado was observed over Marshalltown at 4:37 p.m., moving southeast at 25 miles per hour. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. But you can see what this has done to the corn. The cornfield behind us. This is 8-foot tall corn probably, and just snapped in half here. I've got another plant. So many of them are just torn out by the roots. If you've ever been out in the cornfield, you know how sturdy these things are, what it takes to lay that corn down in the field, and certainly to tear it out by the root and just snap that corn stalk off. Take a look live at Megadoppler S. Chief Meteorologist Ed Wilson is in with us tonight. And Ed, you're going to check out this line of storms looking more impressive, again, strengthening a bit and bringing possibly some hail as well.
Well, Brad, as we've been talking about this all day long, we've seen these strong thunderstorms moving out of Nebraska after the first line that did have a couple of tornado warnings across central Iowa. Now we have these strong thunderstorms that have moved into the western edge, and we've taken this to a 3D level with our Megadoppler S. We can actually show you the heights of these storms.
I do want to point something out here as we look at the radar. Here's Belmont. This started about a mile north of Belmont. You see how this is kind of curled down. It's turning to the south a bit. So as you look at this radar, maybe you're in Alexander, just to the east of Alexander, we want to make sure you stay in your shelter. It might look like from the radar that you've got a nice day outside. You could go out and look at it. That's exactly what we do not want you to do. We're going to go to Roger Riley's camera here. We do have a tornado on the ground. Read the bulletin for folks here. At 4:39, a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado located near Winterset, moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. If you are in Winterset, you need to get to shelter now. Roger Riley is moving out of the way. Large tornado on the ground, but potentially the southern edge of town, or anybody that obviously that lives just outside of town, southern and eastern sides of Winterset, we've got some concern there for what may have gone through there. And again, still, I think some clear signatures there of debris continuing north of Patterson.
Janae, so far, the preliminary investigation into the Winterset tornado has this tornado rated at EF3, but that is not finished. As we kind of pan up and swing around off here into the distance, into the tree there, you can see some carpet rolled up, tangled into the tree. That is the bedroom carpet to this house that was basically swept clean. The flooring above the survivors here just peeled off like a can opener as this tornado moved on through.
Now this is on the side that the tornado came from. The sign is completely way over here to the right. So the sign actually got sucked back into the tornado, over the house, onto the other side, and then thrown back in the original direction that it came into the side of the house. And that is just another thing that goes to show how dangerous these storms can be, how much debris and dangerous items can be flying through the air.